There was a boy named Milan who never felt enough. He wasn't untalented, he wasn't lazy, but he had a habit, one that quietly drained him every single day. He compared himself to everyone. If someone spoke better, he felt small. If someone scored higher, he felt behind. If someone smiled more, he wondered if he was broken, his phone didn't help. Every scroll showed someone doing better, happier, richer, smarter, faster. He'd look in the mirror and think, I should be more by now. Milan didn't know when it started, but it had become normal to measure his life using someone else's ruler. And like all impossible games, he kept losing. One afternoon, after a long, silent walk, Milan stopped by his neighbor's garden. Mr. Varun, a retired botanist, was watering plants, each growing at a different height, color, and shape. Milan stared at the garden for a while, then sighed, "Why is it so easy for them, and so hard for me?" Varun looked up, smiled, and said, "Come, let me show you something." He led Milan to two plants. One was tall, leafy, reaching toward the sun. The other was shorter, with wide leaves and slow growth. "Which one do you think is doing better?" Varun asked. Milan shrugged. "The taller one, I guess." Varun chuckled. "That's a sunflower. And this," he pointed to the smaller one, "is a bonsai. If the bonsai tried to become a sunflower, it would break. And if the sunflower stayed small to match the bonsai, it would die." He continued, "Each plant grows with its own timing, its own purpose, and its own strength. But we humans forget that. We stare at others, not realizing we're built for different seasons." Milan was quiet. No one had ever explained it like that. He wasn't failing. He was just not meant to grow like everyone. From that day, Milan changed one thing. He stopped watching timelines. No more comparing test scores, bodies, journeys, jobs. He started writing his own progress, just for himself. Not to compete, just to understand. He celebrated his pace, even when it felt slow. And strangely, he started growing faster. Months passed. Milan smiled more, talked softer, felt lighter. Not because he achieved something huge, but because he finally owned his own story. He still admired others, but now it was admiration, not envy. And that made all the difference. Years later, a friend struggling with comparison asked Milan, "How do you stay confident when everyone around you seems ahead?" Milan smiled and said, "I stopped running a race that wasn't mine." Then he added, "Be the bonsai, be the sunflower. Just don't waste your life trying to grow like someone else. Grow like you."